Yay!
Music
Awesome.
to my ears. This meeting is being recorded. Okay, so I apologize, you guys, for the delay. Thank you guys all so much for hopping on. I am just going to pull up the chat here so I can see it here and then on my phone as well. It's kind of weird because I'm looking at double right now. But I will bring on my mom in just a second, who is going to be running the call with me. But to start, for those who don't know me, my name is Kimberly Duran. I am a Gold Ambassador on this team. And today we are going to be talking about one of the things that I am like most excited about, which is customer care. And it's something that is like an absolute passion of mine. So we're going to talk a little bit about really easy. Don't look at my nails. I should have sat on my hands because I'm really expressive when I talk and my nails are chipping. But anyway, we're going to talk about some really simple tips to be able to support your customers from, starting from the beginning, also in their journey. Also some tips on what not to do firsthand, especially if you're wanting to scale your business and help your customers see long-term results, both in their health journey, but then also potentially for the business. So, Mom, I will have you go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Can't hear you.
Oh, the challenges of technology. My name is Ann Zobel, Ruby Ambassador. And for those of you that don't know, Kim was the very first, my daughter Kim, was the very first person that I added to my Plexus team 5 years ago. And I'm so proud of her. She is going to get started and then I will wrap up. So go ahead, Kim.
Thank you. All right. So by a show of hands, how important is customer care to you? I want to see your hand. So let me change it to gallery so I can see all your beautiful faces. I see Allison's face. Why do I not see anyone else's face? Okay, so customer care is there. There she is. There's Randy. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Allison. Kelsey, we'll talk later. Just kidding. Okay, I see your hand. I'll give that one to you. Oh, you're in a...
I'm not wearing your shirt. So you're welcome.
Great. Okay. So customer care is something that is like any experience that I have, whether I am shopping on Amazon, looking for a new makeup, whatever it may be, experience is super important, not only to me, but obviously to you guys. And then also stay over there. Thank you so much. Over there, please. We talked about this. No, baby, Gabby, almost. Let's go. Thank you so much. I'll be with you in just a second. So, hey, if Julia can do it, with her babies, this can happen too. So we're going to move forward. But as far as when you're going through that experience, I am one of those people that if I am in the middle of a buying experience and there is a hiccup, whether it's something with the site, I'm not finding the information, I can't see the label, I am immediately going to hop off and I'll go on with something else. So how many of you can relate to that? Yeah. Okay. So I'm not the only one. So when it comes to online sales and online purchases, it says that 52%, according to Google, 52% of our customers will abandon online purchases if they cannot find the right products they're looking for. I'm like, oh, that's me. So we want to make sure that our customers are having the best experience possible when they're starting in the beginning, but also going through their journey. And Share a Cart has been, how many of you guys have actually used Share a Cart with your customers? Thank you, Allison, Randy, Mom, yes. And Kelsey, yes, I'm sure you have as well. But yes, you have. And so Share a Cart has been a complete game changer when it comes to helping your customers with their experience. And I know for myself, we're going to talk a little bit about what not to do with our customers, because it can take up so much of our time when we think about the time that a lot of us have very limited time. We're all super busy, and it can really take up so much time if we are just super focused on doing things that aren't so productive, that really aren't helping our customers grow in their journey, whatever that may be. So 5 ways to deliver customer care is knowing your customer. We are in the business of relationships and wanting to be able to get to know the people that we're helping. So a lot of times when my husband, bless his heart, is talking to people that he wants to share the products with. He's like, oh, you know, my wife's in health and wellness. She has these gut health supplements. They help with XYZ. Let me send you her link. I'm like, no, like, why? Because, you know, just sending the link it's just not, you know, the best experience that they can have. And I want them to have that experience with me start to finish and not just sending them a link, because so much can go wrong when just sending them a link. I don't know them. I don't know their priorities. I don't know what they're focused on. And so what if they go and pick something that like does not align, or they don't have the best experience? And so making sure that we know our customers, we're asking questions. Second is keep them informed. I am guilty of this, where there was a promotion last month in regards to the 3 bags of our protein bars when they launched for limited time. How many of you guys were able to get that special? I was. Well, I did not message one of my VIP customers. And when I didn't, she at the end of the month was like, oh, is that promotion still available? And I was like, no, I didn't message you in time to tell you about it. And even though she is equally accountable and responsible for, staying engaged with the team pages, that's what they're there for, such a great resource. But I also didn't share that information with her, keeping her informed. So I felt so bad when I was like, no, you can just get the 1 bag for right now. But this, the promotion that we had going on is still not available. And so I think a part of me was sometimes held back on sharing that information, because I was like, I don't want to bug them. I don't want to share too much information. But then it bites me in the bottom. Sorry, my girls are listening. Bites me in the bottom in the long run, because they wanted to be able to take a part or be a part of those specials and promotions as well. So sharing information, keeping them informed, providing them with access. So I will talk a little bit about something you probably, or maybe you've been guilty of, or something that you've experienced. So as a Gold Ambassador, last weekend when I had a chance to go to Gold School, they were talking about different ways that you can achieve gold. Well, the way that I was able to achieve it is by helping, I think I have 33 level 1s on my team, which is a great thing, right? But that's a lot of people to manage, especially if you're wanting to scale your business. Now, what I did was I was managing almost all 33 of those subscriptions. And when I say manage them, I was literally every single month, they were, so kind to trust me with their username and password. But when I would be doing the setup, I would be doing the setup. I would create their account. They would share, what information I needed from them. I would save it to my boards. At the time, I was just saving it in the text message, and send me their card information, which I did not always feel 100% comfortable with, but I was doing the setup for them. Now, which is fine. A lot of times, most people would turn over that information back to them and say, this is how I can help you learn how to be able to sign in, order, move your subscription, all of that. But I wasn't doing that. It was like the micromanager in me from, all my years spent in corporate America, where it was just easier for me to do it instead of investing the time and teaching someone to be able to actually learn those things for themselves. Even though that was my busy work during the day for my business hours. I was like, oh, I did my business IPA. I moved 3 subscriptions. I'm done for the day. And that is not how you are going to, Brooklyn, over there. Thank you. That is not how you are going to be able to grow your business. So ensuring them that you're providing them with access. Now, it's great to be able to, I know you can see Nana. Please go sit over there. You can talk to Nana afterwards, I promise. Please go sit, Brooklyn Madison. Thank you. Sorry, she gets really excited when she sees Nana. But anyway, providing them with access. So as soon as you're helping them to create that sign-in, turning that over to them and saying, look, I'd love to be able to spend 10 to 15 minutes where we can actually go help you sign in. I can walk you through what it looks like, but it's also setting them up for success, because I will be just 100% transparent. I felt so horrible last month because one of the subscriptions I was managing, I did not sign in and move it in time. And 9 o'clock hit and I almost, it was not pretty. My stomach was turning. I did not sleep all night because I knew that the next morning she was going to get that notification and that her card was charged. And Brooklyn, please stay over there. Thank you. That her card was charged and she did not intend to order that product. Now it all worked out and I could have called Plex if she intended to she wanted to keep the product, which again, it was fine, but I don't ever want anyone to be in that position where you're managing all these subscriptions and that responsibility falls on you. It's truly about taking that time to set them up with success. So that way, that little bit of time or that investment in time, you are able to help them with that, and it's going to help you long term, not only with helping them stay consistent in their routine, but also potentially if they're interested in building the business so that they have an idea of what the back office looks like. And then lastly, giving them support and guidance. Shout out to Meg Blackstone, because I see her in the chat all the time. She helps her girls be able to overcome some really tough objections, especially going through her resets. She will ask us feedback, and she is really there to help coach and support them all the way through. There was one girl was like, I don't think I can do this. And Meg was asking questions to be able to help them overcome their challenges. And so really helping to give them support and guidance in their journey. Brooklyn, please sit over there. So that we can help them overcome whatever they may be struggling with, or going time back really quickly to giving them access. Something that Genevieve has shared last weekend at Gold School was tying in each time that we have a chance to connect with them, helping them to, or giving them the option to potentially cover the cost of their products. And what that may sound like is, you're messaging someone, hey, your subscription is coming up, this particular day, I would love to be able to, go over with you how to offset the cost of those products, because we never know when their circumstances may change. I know I can attest to this. Back in 2020, I unexpectedly, when the world shut down, my branch closed. I lost my job. I had no plan B. I'm sure many of us have experienced that as well. Or maybe, your husband loses his job, or our circumstances change. And like she says, we never want finances to get in the way of our helping to cover the cost of products. So I will turn this over to you, Mom, so you can go over what it is to stay organized, the importance of follow-up, the importance of asking questions, guidance, and then also when it comes to sharing samples and some little things that you can tie in. So thank you guys so much. I'll stay on, but my little ones are calling me. So thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Kim. Lots of great tips. And I'm just going to kind of come in where Kim left off and share some things that have worked for me as far as customer care over the last few years. And something that I started soon after I got started, and it was a tip that our diamond, Brandy Walker, had shared with us, and it's creating 3x5 cards. So I still do this to this day. I'm not real tech savvy, so I know some people do spreadsheets and that sort of thing, but this works for me just with the little. I do keep it organized pretty much the same way as our VIP customers and ambassadors are listed in the back office, but just a little 3x5 card, name, address, what they ordered, when they got started. And that's something that's really worked for me over the years. Something else that I do to stay organized at the beginning of each week is going through and looking at whose subscription orders are scheduled to ship out for the week. So like Kim said, it can be very time consuming when you're trying to manage everyone's orders. But I do always send a little reminder a day or two before, just to let them know that their subscription is due to ship, if they need to make any changes. And a lot of times, if they're newer, what I like to do is hop on the phone with them and kind of walk them through the process of editing their subscription, adding product to their subscription, or deleting product from their subscription. Super easy to do. And I find that once you've done that just once with someone, they usually get a pretty good feel for the website. And usually you don't have to do it again. So, but I do always send out reminders. There are a handful of people that I never have to send reminders out to. They are just on the ball, super, and I appreciate those people so much, because I never have to send them the reminders. They just do it all themselves. I check in with them periodically and always let them know about new product launches. Kim also talked a little bit about the importance of our team pages and really exposing them to our community. I think that's so valuable just as they continue to learn more about our products. You're just continuing to grow that relationship and to build that trust with them. Something else that you can do on our team pages is if there's something they're struggling with, if they're struggling with detox, if they're just have a specific health concern or issue that they're dealing with, or perhaps even a diagnosis, you can go in there and tag them in the team pages. And it really adds that third-party credibility that so they're hearing from other people that have been through some of these health challenges that they may be experiencing as well. And they're not relying only on you to provide information and support and everything else. They can really get that bigger vision as far as what the team brings to the experience. You want to share your excitement with them and what the products have done for you. Again, in doing all this, it is going to allow you to retain your customers. If you get them started as a VIP and you know, sell them a welcome pack and they get started on products and then they never hear from you again, they're certainly not going to be around a month or so from now if you're not providing that support and that encouragement for them and checking in with them, asking how they're doing, asking what they've experienced so far, asking them if they found a regimen that's working for them, or maybe they need to change things. So many of us find that when we get started on product, what works for me may not work for my daughter Kim. Some people, if they're starting on Triplex and our gut health products, some people need to take their BioCleanse at night. And I think so many times, I know how I was coming into this, I just thought it should be the same for everyone. You know, there should just be this set, that's my analytical brain, just thinking it should be set in stone and everyone should take their products the same way. And it took me a while to understand that that was not the case. Kim talked a little bit about always from the very beginning, bringing up the business opportunity and the cash rewards that we have access to and allowing someone to get their products paid for, and never letting finances come in the way of our health. I have a few other notes here. I just want to be sure that I cover everything. Something that I started doing from the very beginning, I don't do it as often now, but handwritten notes are a great way to show customer appreciation. Just a little handwritten note, thanking them for their support. Something I do on with all my level ones is at Christmas time, I send out gift cards to all of my level ones. We also, on my team page or our team page, I do a monthly giveaway where anyone that's done over 100 points in volume for the month goes into a drawing, and we put all those names on the wheel, and they have the option of choosing either a product or a $20 gift card. And I do that every single month. It's just my way of being able to give back to my brand ambassadors and my customers. It's something that I've done for a few years now. And I just love being able to do that. What else? I had written down here, as far as sharing information, you don't want to overload the newest person with a lot of new information. I like the quote, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And again, it's just really about being your authentic self and really just sharing with others how much you want to help them and make a difference in their lives. And that's something that, just being in the medical field for 37 years, something that's just come very naturally to me from the beginning. What else? Perks points. You want to let them know the benefit of keeping their subscription on. Obviously, when they get started, they're going to earn 250 perks points. And after their their third subscription order, they're going to be able to get a free product. So those are things that you want to let them know about as well. Telling them how to share their referral link. Again, like Kim said, not just putting it out there on your Facebook page, but just really reaching out to friends where you know that these products would really benefit them in such a way that they don't feel like they're being sold to, but that you authentically care. And I think that's just about everything that I wanted to share. Does anybody have any questions for either myself or Kim?
Sarah just put in the comments that she has been sharing the Plexus Perks video. I will save that, Sarah, because I think that's really such a great resource to be able to share that, because I know a lot of, I have so many friends that are like, oh, I didn't even know how many perks points I had.
Right.
And it's something that I sometimes forget to mention, honestly. So going back to being able to share with them how to, taking the 10 to 15 minutes from the beginning to show them where their perks points are, all of that, so they can check it for themselves. But I love that resource, Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Right. And of course, today was Plexus Payday. So we, of course, as we share with friends and in hopes that they will fall in love with the products, much like we have, and want to share with their friends and family, then we, of course, get to benefit even themselves. I mean, I love the way our compensation plan works, and even on our own personal purchases, being able to earn cash bonuses on anything over 100 points. So Plexus Payday is always a great day. Does anyone have any? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. One last thing that was I needed to start being more mindful of. So I loved being able to send samples because it was just, one or two. In the beginning, I would send like a whole packet of samples, and that gets costly. And then, you're giving them instructions on like how to take everything. And it can just be a little overwhelming when someone's just looking to try a sample. So I stopped doing that. Like Genevieve shares, like Active is our gold. Like someone is going to feel immediate results using Active. So if you are going to share a sample, I would encourage you to, depending on, of course, what their goals are, but share an Active sample. But when you do, keep it in like your notes or your boards or however, Excel. I know Kelsey is all about Excel. Save what flavor you are sharing with them and what products you're sharing with them, because I have sent samples before and then I'm following up, however many months later, because I didn't hear back from them. And I'm like, wait, what did I have you try? What flavors, did I send to you? And Lord knows they are not going to remember that. So it is our job to be able to keep track of that for them. So if they really liked one thing or another, that we have like notes somewhere showing, what it is that we shared with them. So that is kind of something that I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
All right, and that's all I had. So Allison, thank you guys so much for recording. I appreciate you. Does anyone have any questions, comments, feedback? Oh, and also, I know Kelsey will share this on her meetings as well, is that we can, of course, plug into our Gather and Grow calls weekly Mondays. We also have Welcome to Plexus on Wednesdays. So you can plug anyone in there that is just getting started. They want to know a little bit more about Plexus. And then I know there's one other one that we can plug into, and I'm not remembering what it is. Mom or anyone else want to chime in what that is? It's Welcome to Plexus. Oh, Motivational Monday.
Motivation Monday, and we have book club on the 18th.
And book club, yes. And like Cynthia says, you don't even have to read the book. Just show up for the information, because what company is going to invest in a book club for you to learn and grow in self-development for free? It's great information. So if you haven't joined it already, even if you're not reading the book, great way to be able to plug in and just help. Thank you so much, Christy. Yes, Monday night. Yes, thank you for sharing that in the comments, or in the comments chat. Anyway, guys, Meg, thank you so much for having your camera on. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. And then, Mom, is there anything else that you want to add? Hi, Sarah. Thank you.
I don't think so. I finished my second audiobook yesterday, and this is my second audiobook of the year. I've never listened to audiobooks. So Remarkable was, of course, last month's book club book. So I highly recommend. I know most of you already do audiobooks, but I was a little late to the party. But it's just a great way to just get it done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, rather than having, I've got like piles of books here. Some I'm just halfway through, and so it's
that
just
your granddaughters love to rearrange.
Yes, yeah.
Allison, if you'd like, we can go ahead and stop the recording, and then if there's anything else that anyone wants to add before we hop off